All right, guys, welcome. This is our podcast, the antiview. All right, we're going to discuss random ass topics. There's really no flow per se. It's just kind of random stuff that we come up with to discuss, and we'll see what you think about it. Over here, we've got Adam. He's the newest addition. This is Jared.
Saint Jared.
He's probably the oldest addition. And then Zoe, my oldest. Oh, and I'm Jake. First part of the discussion, we're going to go with gun control. Zoe, you can start this one. You had some pretty interesting views on this.
Okay, Jake.
Cough up that hairball.
No, this makes sense.
Yeah, I know. I don't remember anything I said, but I think we...
On gun control, dude.
I don't...
I think that pawn shops shouldn't sell guns.
I think they should because it's cheaper.
Well, yeah, but
Get some great deals in a
I
pawn
feel
shop,
like
dude.
Hold on, this I need to hear.
I was
the most
thinking
fucked up
about this
views
earlier.
On gun control.
I think he
ever.
just makes it up to seem cool.
I think he does.
No. I was thinking this through earlier. I can't remember what I was thinking about, but it sounded really good in my head.
But what about private gun? Private.
Hold on.
I shouldn't have started with that, but
You shouldn't start with half the shit you say.
Here's how to make yourself
starts in the middle.
101.
I honestly don't remember. So someone else take over and I'll think about it.
Okay, how about you, Jared?
Well, let's start off with leading topic. Due to the recent gun violence in America, do we need gun control, more gun control, or added laws versus mental health issues?
That's a question, bro.
We can't ask... They
You're
can't
asking
reply.
me questions to my question. This ain't Jeopardy. I didn't give the answer.
Okay.
If we
Hold
get...
on.
So, but
He's got the pawn shop thing again.
I feel like when you buy a gun, you should have to take any gun, not just to like get your carry license or open carry license. I think you should have to take like
A gun
course
Let him finish.
on like gun safety and shit like that. And that's why they shouldn't sell guns at pawn shops, because no pawn shop's gonna take the fucking time to teach people gun control.
No, you
No.
get the...
No. Let him finish.
So that's why I think they shouldn't sell guns at pawn shops.
No, but you get the... No.
So
but
you
would
think
get...
you can walk into a pawn shop and walk out with a gun?
No, I know about the whole like waiting period thing.
How long is the waiting
3
period?
days, right? Not 3 days.
Continue.
I don't know how long.
No,
it is.
that's all I got. That's why I think they shouldn't sell guns at pawn shops, because
But they do the background checks at a pawn
I get
shop.
that to
and your
make
ID.
sure the gun's not stolen and
No, they do a background
No.
check on you.
No, they do a background check on you everywhere but one place.
Where's that?
Well, hold on. We'll finish this conversation, then I'll
well,
tell you. Because I don't want to melt
I
your
get
brain
that,
right now.
but that doesn't mean a
Is it
person
Walmart?
can be like,
No.
you know, not mentally
not.
retarded, but still not know how to use a fucking gun at the same time.
No.
How do you know how to use a gun without a gun?
That's why you take the classes.
How do you
Hold
take
up.
a class without a gun if
No.
you don't own a gun?
They let you use the guns.
No.
But
Okay, school
The-
shooty supreme.
I'm just giving my view on the topic. Okay?
You have to pass a background check to make sure you can own a gun and you don't have mental stability issues that are on record. You could still have mental stability issues that they don't know about. But how are you going to check that?
Anybody
Okay.
can lie.
Now,
That's a good point, though.
yeah, I mean, that's like a lot of these states where stoners are getting their medical marijuana license just so they can smoke weed. Well,
Right.
now you can't own a gun because you have that, because you're deemed unstable. If you're on certain medications and stuff, you can't get you can't pass that background check.
Like antidepressants and shit
Yeah,
like that.
you can't.
Yeah, you can't.
It's a very deep background check.
I'll even
That's
say,
why it takes as long as it was, and it's initially like in the 80s you could go, and I'm not sure the year, but you could go in, buy a gun, and leave with it. But when the when they attempted assassination on Ronald Reagan, John Brady threw himself in between them and got shot and paralyzed, and that is why it's called the Brady Bill. That's what actually is the time limit. So that you have X amount of time before you can pass. That gives them days to check this shit. And of course, in the 80s, you didn't have the computer systems that we do now.
no.
Right.
You can check everything this fast now.
And be like,
But
no.
you still have this time. Fine. I'm all for give it a week. That's fine. But
I call
one
it
of the
you
things.
mad, bro.
Huh?
I call it you mad, bro.
But the problem is, you're going into, and what you're saying, pawn shops, they're not checking these people. They are checking these people.
Well, I get that they're checking.
And when they pawn for it, they're checking stolen. That doesn't even fall into the category of stolen guns, because if they find a stolen serial number, it's immediately reported, and the gun is taken.
Yeah.
And the person that pawned it is arrested.
Right.
That's just
I
what
know
it
that.
is.
I know that though.
That is
but-
contrary to everything that you said.
No, he was talking to me whenever he was talking about the stolen gun thing, because that's his number.
Yeah,
That confused
the
shit out of
thing
him.
that I was talking about is that pawn shops shouldn't sell guns because
Why?
they're not going to take the time.
But
Okay,
They are going to
Okay.
take. They
well,
do
I
take
get
the
the
time.
background
He,
check.
he feels that
But
he
I
feels
feel
that
like
everybody
people-
needs training on weapons.
Yeah,
so he's
people
saying
should go
that-
through a course on gun control and gun safety and shit like that, and pawn shops are not going to take the time.
That's why
to
you
do
get
that
the
with
course.
people.
You have to get the course before you go to the pawn
But
shop and
that's,
buy a gun.
that's
Well-
to get your license, your open carry license, and your concealed.
Well, if you're talking about to get a gun at
concealed or
all,
to-
You have
that's
to do the
carry
training.
one.
But
though.
to get a gun in general, I feel like you should have to.
you
I
wouldn't take the
disagree
course
with
at the pawn shop.
Like
feel like-
take
I
it somewhere
get where
else.
you're coming from, and I get how you feel about this, but I strongly disagree. I feel like everybody at some point should take a class on that, absolutely. But just to buy one for home defense, why?
Yeah, why?
You're not going out
Why not
shooting.
learn how to use it? Like the class
you-
would teach you.
It's
how
pretty
to-
simple to work a gun.
Still.
It's
Couldn't hurt.
very, very simple. You don't point it at people you don't want to shoot. You don't pull the trigger when you don't want a bullet to come out the front.
Well, yeah.
Keep it on safety.
Keep it on safety.
Okay.
What else do you need?
I feel like most of the people
I can't argue with you.
bitching
I
on
don't know.
Facebook about gun
Right,
control.
But this is the point of why we're
I've never
doing
tried to
this.
buy a gun.
Right, exactly. They don't have a clue.
They don't really know
But-
what goes into it.
That's kind of the point of this whole thing, is for this open discussion where you don't realize how easy something is or how difficult something is. And it's kind of an educational kind of thing, I suppose. But
You're learning some shit.
if you have any kind of flaw in your background, you're not going to get a gun.
Right.
You're just not going to. If they have any reason to tell you no, they're not going to give it to you.
Right.
Which I can agree with on medications and if you're a felon or
Yeah,
but
right.
even after a felon, and it varies state by state, but in Texas, after 5 years after your felony clears, you can own a gun.
Really.
And most people don't know that. They think they can't own one again.
Yeah, I didn't know that for a long time.
Yeah, and
I didn't know that, no.
And there's actually ways to get it sooner,
but
but
there are federal laws that will contradict at times. Okay, well, we had a technical difficulty on the gun control segment. I feel like we covered enough of it, so we're all right. We're going to move on to the next one. This is a section that we've decided we're going to go ahead and do, which you'll find over time as we're doing more and more of this, we're going to kind of hone it in, polish it up a little bit. This is just a pilot. But we're going to do X versus X. Feel free to write in the comments below to give your opinions. We'll see. We're going to throw two random ass things out every time. This week, the subject is thrown in by Jared here, and it is hobbits versus wizards. Hobbits, as you know, are Bilbo and Frodo Baggins. They have hairy feet and they're about this frickin' tall.
Are you coming at me right now?
Yes, a little bit, because you kind of
I'm
remind
triggered.
me of a hobbit.
My feet are hairy, though,
Wizard
so-
would be, well,
Dumbledore,
anything
man.
from Dumbledore
Gandalf.
to Gandalf to the fucking devil from what was that, Legend with Tom Cruise's first movie. If you've never seen it, watch it. It's awful.
Anything with Tom Cruise is awful.
Valid point, but this was even before he learned to not act.
Scientology is the worst thing
We're not
ever.
trying to get sued.
Fuck you, Tom Cruise.
Oh shit.
Fuck you.
Fuck you, bro.
You're a douche.
I mean, there was that Mission Impossible series that fucking rocked. But
Never seen that.
other than
So
that,
fuck you,
dude,
Tom
nah,
Cruise.
nah. So, Hobbits versus Wizards. Any people that vote for Hobbits winning? And Wizards winning. Yeah, so, yeah, you see how this shit works. Moving on to the next subject. The next one is going to be a very open kind of forum. Music.
Probably end up talking about this a lot.
Oh yeah,
We have a lot of
this
musical
will be a
opinions.
reoccurring kind of motif because most of us are musicians, at least to a degree. The rest of us have very strong opinions on it. So
I want to do a
Zoe can start the music debate here.
what's everybody's favorite genre of music?
Well, we know how varied I am.
Well,
I listen to anything except Latino because I cannot understand it.
Okay.
well, everyone here.
Can you
knows-
understand death metal?
Yes, sometimes.
Everyone here knows my favorite, and
He listens to rap.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
like rap.
Yeah,
I'm trying to
Adam-
expand my horizons, though.
Yeah,
So-
He's getting into some blues and stuff.
he doesn't know anything about having instruments in music.
No, I've actually I grew up very poor, so I never got.
There's
that.
no argument.
I tried to take violin.
You
and,
need to stop it. Stop using that.
And
What?
I didn't have enough money to do it.
What does that have to do with
I got-
listening to rap? Really?
Okay, I get that, but expanding my.
I grew
horizons-
up poorer than you were.
I get that. Well, yeah, never mind. I don't even.
When we
Yeah.
had tapes.
Never mind. All right.
Listen
Yeah.
to tapes.
Good point. I don't know much about music.
All right. Well, this is all about personal preference. So
His mom only listens to country if that doesn't tell you anything.
Yeah,
She doesn't know
listens
much
to
about music
country
either.
and like.
Only radio country too,
Like
by the way.
Maroon 5.
at least country has instruments.
She listens to country because of her boyfriend.
The radio. Anyways, Jared, favorite genre of music?
Oh, fucking Korean pop for him.
All about that
Actually-
K-pop.
He will dance all around this motherfucker
I've
if we
seen
play
him
some.
dance like a nut, listening to some Korean pop with his headphones in, and almost
Asleep.
falling on his face.
Asleep. He'll listen to it asleep and dance.
Asleep.
Yeah, he'll
Loud
be
as fuck in his headphones.
Be like,
Just like-
dancing in his sleep. Yeah, exactly.
Well, mine's pretty extreme. It's from K-pop to death metal. So
I like blues
pretty
and
crazy.
jazz, but I do not listen to either one of those things. But I'm learning.
what is this?
Doing music.
I don't know.
Is this Korean pop?
We're gonna get sued. We're gonna get
Yep,
copyrighted.
it's Korean pop.
Oh, I know who that is.
Of course you do.
Of course
Why
she
wouldn't
did.
I?
She looks like a Korean porn star.
They all look the same.
Good old Hyuna.
I hate this so much.
Yeah,
It's awful.
bubble pop.
Ugh. Ugh. I need to go cut my fucking ears off.
Okay, Jake, favorite genre?
You know me, I'm straight death metal, TXDM, Cryptopsy,
Shout out to Adipocere.
and then I go all the way to country. That's about Everything in between except Nickelback. Fuck Nickelback.
Fuck you, Nickelback.
Everybody shout out to Nickelback. Fuck you guys.
You don't have 15 cars, you lying bastard.
Yeah, right?
Don't
They're
lie
all
to us.
fucking Pintos and shit. Fuck you, bro.
Bet you drive a Fiat.
You can't even afford Starbucks. Eat a dick.
Ranked as fuck.
This week I've been listening to a lot of soft rock indie. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I would.
Zoe's finally out of her emo stage.
That's terrible. Why
No,
you
I'm
gotta
not.
be racist?
Don't let him lie to you.
Yeah, she's really not. I'm trying to give her credit.
What the fuck is this?
We'll handle it when we
Okay,
get to it.
okay.
Jesus Christ, stop fucking with the paper, man.
Okay, I saw it and I was like, what the fuck does that even
Zoe,
say?
don't even start his bullshit. I doubt they'll be able to read that. You should totally take it over there.
No. You can zoom in on the screen.
Here, hold on. Continue on your soft gay music.
I like that song, I Love It by Icon Pop.
Icon. Please stop.
I know it worked for
Nobody
me.
really likes that song. They just kind of pretend because they know it all.
Adam does because he's gay.
It's pretty catchy, you know. I do some gay stuff to that song. Not really, but
Why would you
Fuck.
admit that on the
I'm
internet?
just making.
How do you
Fuck.
do gay things?
That
with
is
inanimate
so
objects?
not getting edited out, just so you know.
Yeah, I know. I don't want it to. I'm making jokes for the podcast.
Yeah, he claims it's a joke now.
Yeah, no, it's not a joke.
It's not a joke. It's fucking...
I'm a switch.
Ew!
We're gonna make one of these signs and keep it around.
Give me a cue card.
It's probably not even
It's
focusing.
backwards, but
Yeah,
it says
it's
Adam.
weird.
What the fuck?
Yeah, it does. If you can't read backwards, I don't know. I'm dyslexic, so I can do it pretty well.
Yeah. That's all you people are. I'll be nice. I'll be nice.
But that's our favorite genres of music, and we'll
Yeah,
probably
yeah.
talk more about it, and
We
we'll
will
probably do a genre
Delve much further
every
into this.
every few
Shout
weeks
out
or
to
something.
Kill Everything.
My homies.
Let's see. That closes up music this week. Oh, okay. This is one that is very, very near and dear to my heart, but Jared is the one that brought this one up. It is having an innate sense of thermostat tampering.
What?
Okay.
Okay.
As a dad, I know when a motherfucker touches my motherfucking
Okay.
thermostat.
Okay.
Okay, these dickheads think I don't know.
Hey,
I
I
haven't
haven't
messed
touched
with
that
the
thing in
thermostat.
forever.
1 degree.
I forget
I know.
how to. I forget we have that.
I'm backing him up on that.
I'm dead ass serious.
I don't know much
Blame
about
my
this
mom.
because
I'm a
My
fan.
mom loves
So
to
I
fuck
know
with the
when-
thermostat.
Your mom is the worst about fucking with the thermostat.
I forget. I'm always like, it's hot, mom, and she's like, turn on the AC. I'm like, I forget we have one. I have a fan.
I don't
Yeah.
even know how to do it.
That's all right, because I will stab you for touching that thing.
I don't know how to use
He's
the
like, I put
thermostat.
this on 81.4 degrees.
The
And it is at
whatever.
80.
When the
You
gas man came,
motherfuckers.
he was telling me to do all this shit. I was like, I do not know how to work the thermostat.
I'm totally 18.
No, she told me She told him I was like 22.
Yeah.
I was
21.
coming up with
And your
some
name's
crazy
Joe
shit. I
Chu.
was
Shout out
like-
to my brother,
I
Joe
was
Chu.
like, yeah, man, I took off work today just so I could wait on you. He's like,
Police
blame
Academy?
The gas man. No, I was like, I work with my girl's dad. He like does. Yeah.
He does electric
I
stuff.
work with my girl's dad
Yeah, I was
that
like,
has
I'm
the
just
same
kind-
name as me.
I'm just kind of the. Oh shit!
Wow. Well, gas dude, now you know.
Yes,
a liar.
dude, he's a fucking retard.
Yeah, yeah.
He he lied out his ass that day.
These motherfuckers, all he had to do was say he's 6 months older than he is. And this motherfucker makes up an elaborate backstory. It's like, dude,
I served in
18,
Vietnam.
not 17 and a half. That's it. That's all you had to do. It's not like the motherfucker checks ID. And if you're a gas man that checks motherfuckers' IDs, you're a dick,
Get a new
bro.
job, dude.
You are a dick.
Why are you a gas man? Work at 7-Eleven, card people for beer. What are you doing?
Anything to add on this one?
Get a fucking
I don't know.
life.
Jared's
that
just
got-
sitting back laughing at us.
I don't know where that's going.
All right, well, there's not a whole lot you can do on this subject.
All right.
The next one will take a little bit, I'm sure. And this is the argument, and I am dying to hear what Adam has to say on
Yes,
this.
because as you guys are soon going to find out if you view our podcast, I am the retard of the group. I do not know much on any of the topics we review,
It's okay, we're working on that.
especially this week, and I guarantee you I won't know any of the future topics either. So,
He'll have more warning on the rest of them.
yeah.
But the next topic, genetically modified animals. This is a very cool subject, man. At the point that we've gotten in science and how far that we're actually pushing it, and not necessarily here in the U.S., but across the world,
We suck.
it's actually a very, very interesting trend. So, as I've learned I really, really like to do, we're going to let Adam start this one. Because I'm sure he's got a point here.
I don't know a lot about genetically modified animals. As a matter of fact, I don't know anything. I haven't heard anything about any.
Let me go with this one.
Okay.
All
We'll
right.
jump to Zoe since you
Yeah.
don't know anything
Yeah,
on
I
this
don't
one.
know.
I want to go with the white rhino thing, okay? There's 2 female white
This
rhinos
is a good
left
point.
in existence. And they're saying that they're gonna bring back their species by basically artificial insemination. And I think that is very fucking gross.
Basically,
How is
that- Why?
genetically created.
I think artificial insemination is gross.
Why?
I don't know. I just think the whole process is gross. But y'all do what y'all gotta do, man.
I think
mean,
it would be smart.
But
Oh,
they're
no, that's
basically
dumb.
gonna
Never mind.
take the. I guess I don't know. I don't know what they're gonna do. Are they gonna take the dead rhino's DNA and just?
That's not how artificial insemination works.
Well, I know
With
that.
artificial insemination, they actually have sperm.
But yes,
from that
I know
rhino.
it's nasty.
And they're going to use like a turkey-based.
Yeah, I
one.
know.
So, do they
It's straight
take
shooting.
it out of the dead ones, or do it?
No, dummy,
Before
they
they
stored
hit
it
extinction.
before.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and they're gonna impregnate these 2, and then they're all gonna be
Let's see what
they're all
happens.
gonna be related. So it's gonna be pretty gross, and they're probably not gonna look the same.
What is it?
No,
after?
they'll still take. Well,
I feel
Jared?
bad for these rhinos.
input
Let's
on
just
this
put that
one
on.
because I know this was your concept here.
Well, I think
That's a very
what's
good-
mostly interesting about this, I mean, look at the benefit maybe to possible outcomes. I mean, genetically speaking, a lot of
Zombies.
zombies. Not necessarily true,
I
but
wish we could have saved mammoths.
no, you know, I guess where I'm getting to on this, that there's a possibility that and people have been reaching to this idea that what if we can grow human parts in animals?
We can. We have
Of
the
which we can.
technology.
So would that be a viable
Oh, what is that called?
resource for?
Cloning.
No.
Would that be a viable resource for
What's that
people
thing?
having
Replacement parts.
replacement parts? So is it moral or is it, regardless of morality? I think it would be very beneficial. But your guys' thoughts on something?
What's
on
that? What's that thing? That's like, I think it's illegal. I'm not really sure, or it's not like practiced or whatever. But you like take your cells or whatever. They did it with the rats or some shit.
Cloning.
No, not cloning.
Like
That's
I
not
said
it.
a minute ago.
No. That's not it. It's they made a
skin grafting.
no. They made like a South Park episode about it. I think.
Like
I
like a
don't
know.
Chimera style thing. You've never watched. Never mind.
Well, they have taken mice and they've
Like-
made human ears off of mice.
Yeah, I think that's what I'm thinking about.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah.
What the fuck is that called?
grafting.
No. That's
It
not what
is.
I'm thinking of. Give me your phone. What is that thing? You like do it with these cells.
Yeah, you
Are you
grow
talking about
the
like
parts that
regrowing
you need.
limbs for the
It's grafting.
animals?
Maybe. No, that's not the word I'm looking for.
Well,
There's a
I
word.
get that, but like I don't know the word.
Well,
for it,
while she looks this up, touching on what Jared was saying, being a moral issue, I think that's absolutely asinine. At this point, and we've evolved to a point where we can actually, for lack of a better term, play God, I suppose. cloning technology has come huge.
Stem cells.
What do you? What,
That's what I'm thinking of.
how do you feel about like Pomskies though? Do you feel like that's immoral, like breeding Huskies and Pomeranians?
Why would that be immoral?
I don't know.
'Cause they
I feel
die.
like- yeah, they die.
They die
really
within
young.
a couple years because
Yeah, they don't
they're
live as long as
they're
the
bred.
ordinary dog.
They're not supposed to be bred together.
Do you feel like that's immoral?
No, not at all.
It's like Munchkin.
That
kittens.
is how all things come to be, is crossing things. All dogs started out essentially as wolves, and then breeding them with other things, and evolution has taken us down to the point where, yes, you still have wolves, but now you have these stupid fucking dogs everywhere that are, they fit in a purse, and what?
I said I love dogs.
Well, I'm just saying, like,
Well, it's like Munchkin
you have-
kittens. You breed Munchkin kittens, and they're not supposed to be bred, so they like grow their limbs all fucked up, and they like have a lot of problems. And a lot of people think it's really fucked up.
but you're talking about breeding
They're
versus genetically modifying.
Yeah,
So, I mean,
they say
but-
that they should just let it die off because it's not good for them.
Who says that?
I don't know.
They.
Science.
Well, shit, but
Scientists,
They.
I guess. I don't
Hold on,
know.
put they.
good old they know a lot.
I don't know. I guess
They
scientists.
know
I don't know,
everything.
but they just said it just harms them because they're not supposed to be
Yeah.
bred that way.
Well, I mean, that's
Well, there's
evolution.
also
Yeah.
a group of people in South Africa, or not South Africa, South America, that believe that dogs should have a safe place to do whatever the fuck they want.
Okay, fuck your safe places. Fuck all of that. Whether you're a fucking dog or whether you're a fucking teenager that doesn't know how to deal with this fucking world, grow the fuck up and stop with your safe places. Jesus Christ. Aside from that, touching back on genetically modified animals, I saw a thing the other day. There is a guy in Venezuela. He's a polo player. He's the world's best polo player. So
Fuck is polo?
it's a
Horseback
fucking sport where they
rugby.
ride around on horses and
Oh,
hit a ball with
the
a
thing?
fucking hammer.
Yeah, that's cool. I want to play that.
But this guy, he's rated the best in the world, so I'm sure you can look him up pretty easily. But his horse, the greatest horse he's ever owned, had died, so he started cloning this horse. And he's got, from what I saw, a dozen of them. And it is like the best horse ever. And it had to be in Venezuela. There's a guy from Texas that actually backs it monetarily speaking, but we can't do that in the U.S. So he had to go out and actually do this. And this guy is still the best for like 22 years or it's 20 something years. He's been the best at polo. And he says it's because of his horse. So do I see an issue with it? No. You're creating more life. It's what it is. Evolution was just a series of mutations in cells. I mean, if you really dig into it, it was from the time we started as single-celled organisms on up, and this is a whole nother discussion, but in the quick of it, mutation
name.
after mutation after mutation, we've become what we are. And that's every species on the planet, not just people. That's everything, even plants. It doesn't matter.
His name is Adolfo Cambiaso.
Cambiaso.
Probably butchered that, but he's from Argentina, I think.
CBS News. It was on 60 Minutes, is what it was on. It's fascinating. Go watch it. It's really, really cool. And for those of you that think it's immoral, absolutely go watch it, man. Because it's not immoral. You're just creating more lives. It's not like I'm cloning her and her brain is the same. Because
Don't
that
clone
ain't
me.
how shit works.
Don't clone me. Let me die.
Clone her.
Let me die off. Please.
But
This isn't new.
and those of you that don't know much about this is a really, really fascinating science. Dig a little bit into it. I'm sure throughout time we're going to touch back on this considerably more because it is so fascinating. But from there, we're going to move on to the next category. Okay, so the next section we're going to talk a little bit about video games. This is something we can all go on and 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 on about. But we're not going to do that. We're just going to kind of touch on it a little bit. This was Adam's category, so we're going to let him start.
Okay, first I want to talk about video games that suck ass. I know you don't know anything about Fallout, Jake, and I'm sure you don't, but
no, I know that game sucks ass.
Fallout 3, that's amazing, but we're not touching
Fallout
down.
New Vegas sucks, and if you think otherwise, you suck.
Fallout New Vegas is by
That was the
far
worst.
the shittiest Fallout.
That was the worst.
Even in the beginning, it is easy as fuck to die, and almost everything is damn near impossible to kill. Like, even from the
It's
beginning.
just set up
Well,
shitty.
from the sounds of that, it
So
sounds
set
like you
up
just
shitty.
need to quit being a pussy and learn to play a game.
No, it was really just terrible. It was terribly
The
set
whole
up.
game was just really terrible. I don't know what they were
I like
thinking
this
with
game.
that.
Fallout 4, their
Hard.
storyline should have been a lot longer. Their main quest line should have been a lot longer.
Fallout 3 is
Very disappointing.
still my favorite. I don't know if Fallout 1 or 2 even exist. Honestly, I've never heard anything about them, never seen anything
Yeah,
They
they
about
just
exist,
started the franchise
but-
with 3.
Yeah, that's how I feel
We
about
can't
it.
find them.
Yeah, they're
So.
not in existence. If they are, they're probably on like fucking GameCube
Leave a link. Leave a link below.
or just like PC.
Yeah, leave a link for these dumbasses
But,
in the comments.
play.
Yes, please. If y'all know anything about Fallout 1 or 2, I'd be fucking amazed and I'd buy it.
I'm too lazy to Google it, so.
Yeah, I don't know anything about it. But other than that, what is y'all's favorite video game?
Skyrim. Or Oblivion. I like Oblivion more than Skyrim. I wish they would remaster Oblivion with Skyrim's graphics.
I like a lot of Bethesda's games. They
Bethesda is what he
But this is
Bethesda.
Aliens.
Blah.
Yeah, but
Aliens.
Check out our movie.
yeah, check out our movie.
It's not out yet.
Serial killer, alien, werewolf.
It's not out yet.
It's not.
It'll
out
be
yet.
out.
Don't check
soon.
it out. It'll be out
Soon.
eventually.
Yeah, it's
We'll put a link.
it's amazing. I'm just saying, it's
It
short,
sucks. Don't
but it's
don't let him lie.
funny as fuck.
It's the worst movie ever.
It's really funny. You'll probably
is
laugh.
Terrible.
Intentionally the worst.
You know what? This
It-
is
it's
really only
terrible.
for the stoners or people with a really good sense of humor.
I'm not a stoner.
Or if you just like
and I
shitty
made
B
the
horror
goddamn
movies.
movie.
Hey, that's okay though. You still got the mind of a stoner.
This is
No.
for those.
Hashtag Cottonmouth Games.
Fuck off.
Stop! Zane's gonna cringe at you, but
Zane ain't gonna watch this.
I bet he will. Fuck you, Zane. By the way,
Yeah.
if you watch,
watch
this, I'm
this.
sure you will. Cause
Go
you,
home, Zane, because you're probably watching it at my house.
Yeah, you'll probably watch it here. So
So video games.
All right, favorite video.
Oh, here we go.
Jake.
No, go ahead.
go with Jared.
You know what
What's
he's
your-
going to say.
I know your favorite video game is WoW.
Shh. Let him say it. Wow, you're a dick.
I know.
Wow.
It. I'm sorry. I just know
Wow. We should find that video and post it in the
Wow.
comments.
it. But okay, Jared, go ahead. Sorry.
I have a few. I mean, console is for me. It's more or less Metal Gear Solid. Other than that,
Do people play that anymore?
Yeah,
Not really.
They're still
they're still making
new
them, but
ones. I remember playing Metal Gear Solid on PS2.
We're cutting Jared
What were you,
off.
3?
he might have been.
I was playing PS1 when I was like 4. I played Grand Theft Auto 1,
that shit before the
2. I played almost every GTA there is probably, except for like China Wars. I've never played that one. Can't find it anywhere in existence, honestly.
Okay, Jared, continue.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I like a lot of the Blizzard games and things like that, but what really I think got me into video games was really Metal Gear Solid and some of the Splinter Cell and some of the GoldenEye was another favorite of mine back in the day, but
Isn't Splinter Cell a Tom Clancy game?
Yes.
it is.
Yeah. Tom Clancy.
Those are all pretty fun. I kind of tried to get into Resident Evil and Silent Hill and things like that.
I enjoy horror games, but personally, I don't think Resident Evil.
You're a dick.
Shut up!
I'm sorry.
You had
Dominatrix.
your chance.
I've given my point of views on his point of views.
I hate the way Resident Evil plays.
I don't like.
That's all I have to say.
I don't like that people
Think it'd be cool.
consider it a horror game because compared to games like
Hey, on the
Outlast.
PS2, that game
Did you
spooked
play the
fuck
fucking
out of me.
game?
I've played the 5th one. I've played Revelations. I've played
You never
the 6th
played the
one.
first one.
I've never played
Okay,
the
then
first
shut
The one
up.
on
You don't
PS2
know what you're
spooked the
talking
It's
about.
fuck out
like
of
a
me.
Cronenberg game.
The 5th one and
Body
horror
on
and
was
all sorts
not
of
the
shit.
same. Resident Evil was the first true horror game.
I
After
believe
that was Alone in the Dark. If you haven't played it, it's fucking awesome.
Or
I've
Parasite
heard
Eve.
of that.
Parasite Eve was kind of
That was a cool game. That was the first one with that weird battle control where you had that orb around you.
Yeah.
It was pretty cool though.
Yeah.
If you've ever played
It was
Outlast,
actually pretty good for its
that
time.
shit's fucking scary.
Fuck off about Outlast.
Outlast
That is the gayest
scary
shit.
dude. If you actually play it,
That is
and get
just as
into
gay
it-
as
He doesn't like the
Slender
way. He doesn't like the way it plays.
Man. It was the stupidest
Slender Man.
fucking game.
I never
Like,
played Slender Man.
I bought that shit and I still cuss because I can't get my fucking $10 back.
I thought you didn't buy
What
it. I thought you
about,
just got it on the free
No
for
one
gold.
bought the motherfucker.
It was on free for gold.
What about
No, not when I bought it.
what about Friday?
I bought
the
it for 20
13th?
bucks.
Is that one scary at all?
No, but it's fun. You get the
It's
fucking
thrilling.
slaughter motherfuckers
I
left
like
and right.
I like games that make me jump, man.
Well, then be the fucking campers. I'm Jason. I like to kill people. That's the difference. I
The
mean,
game.
I'm sure if you play the fucking campers, it'll probably be
Get
scary as
spooked.
shit. But I've never played like
What's your
that.
favorite game, Jake? I'm pretty sure I know the answer.
I've had a lot through the years, but I'd say the one that I've been most dedicated to is Borderlands 2, hands down. It's the fucking greatest game ever made.
We've put so many hours into that game. Y'all have no
honestly,
idea.
these two right here made me bored of that game. I don't understand.
I make myself
in
bored of
all
that game.
their
And I
years
still play
of
it.
playing that game, I do not understand. How
I
they're
have
not
been
bored.
playing that game since the day it came out. I bought it midnight the night it came out.
But I get
and
that.
I will still play that shit right now.
But I get that because I've been playing Fallout 3 since I was 8 years old.
'Cause
So
you're
I totally
stupid.
get it. It's a good game if you.
It's
can get
not a
into
good
it.
game. It's a shitty game.
It's
You
really
haven't
good.
even played Fallout 3.
It's pretty good.
I can't, but if he likes it, I have to say it's
No,
fine.
it's pretty good.
survival game.
It's really good.
It is not a survival
It's
game,
kind of
bitch.
survival.
Oh my god.
You gotta find.
It's
food
like
and buy
Skyrim, but with people.
Wow, that
Real
sounds
people.
fucking wonderful.
There's raiders, but
And you have guns instead of like.
You gotta
other
think
shit.
of mole rats and the death claws and yogwai bears and
Mogwai
vicious dogs.
That's what I heard.
Yogwai, that's what they
Pour
call
water
them.
on them, see
The
what
Yogwai.
happens. They'll multiply everywhere.
Not Mogwai, Yogwai.
Yogwai, that's what it was.
Feed them after midnight. Watch them turn into real dicks.
Let's do something with this.
That's what I
Hey,
gotta say about Jake's
me
shot.
from birth to
That's
like
what there needs to be. There needs to
13
be a
years
Gremlins
old,
game.
I
That'd
was
be
totally
great.
a gremlin.
That would be pointless.
I believe it.
But yeah, like a
I had
flash
critter
animation
teeth.
game, you know?
What are you gonna do? Take over a building and have Elvira come down?
yeah, exactly.
You have the old grandpa from fucking the Munsters.
I feel like they should go further with virtual gaming as far as like putting like pain sensors in a way.
They
where
are.
You, to where you
They are
can
doing
adjust it to like high, medium, low, or off.
If they're gonna put pain sensors, why do you want an adjustment?
I know.
So-
this just
'cause
seems
if
like
you-
a
If they're gonna
bitch
do
way
it,
to
do it.
If you don't want to
Don't be a puss.
fucking be playing
Then
like,
don't buy it.
GTA 5 virtual world and getting hit in the face and actually feeling that shit hard as fuck, then I feel like you should have the option to be able to turn it off.
Just take off the sensor.
Yeah, that's why you even put one.
Well, okay, yeah, that's true.
This is the motherfucker that used to buy the fucking running pad on Nintendo so that he could play track and field, and then he'd just get a spoon and play with the buttons like this instead of running on the shit. I want
people
this
just-
option, but whoa, this sucks. Let me do this.
The only Nintendo system I've ever owned is a Nintendo 64. So
I have owned
nice.
every video game system since the Atari 2600.
Yo, I missed the fuck out of an
Except
Atari.
for PlayStation 3 and a PlayStation 4, because fuck y'all's controllers,
well,
Xbox.
The oldest that we've owned, but I can't remember, was a GameCube. I was
These
like-
weren't old when I owned them, they were new.
I was like, they were probably slightly
You old bastard.
I used to play the shit out of some Space
I
Invaders.
was too.
Dude,
So
we
it
should
was
buy
like
an Atari. Can we buy one?
You can't buy an Atari.
Yes, you
You
can.
can buy
Patriot
emulators,
Games,
bitches.
motherfucker.
They ain't the same thing.
Go to Patriot Games. Go
Patriot
to eBay,
Games,
nigga.
dude, they sell PS2s. I'm sure you can find PS1s. They sell PS2 games.
Oh, look what else they sell.
Holy shit, bro.
I have that
It
one
was
on DVD.
free.
Guess what, Jake? It's buy one, get one free.
Who wants to be homeless?
I think
Oh shit!
I think I have that one on
I
card.
won't be entirely homeless. I'll just downgrade
It's
to like
actually
a
just
camper
this.
trailer or like sleep
burnt
under
down
Loop
house.
338.
Right.
Yeah.
You can live in a tent.
Hey.
All
fuck
right.
Yeah.
So our battery's almost dead. We got one more subject to attack.
And it'll
And
probably
that
cut off
is-
from here.
Yeah, it probably will. So I'll probably have to switch batteries in this. Government controlling the weather. Whose category was this?
Me.
That was you?
I think so, yeah.
Yes.
All right, you start this one off.
Maybe I should start. Why do you feel like the government
Grant us
controls
the wisdom,
weather?
Zoe.
The government does not control the weather. That's
Okay.
my problem. Okay.
So
I
it
hate
should?
everybody that says that. Okay. Like whenever we had those like 4 hurricanes in like fucking like 2 days or whatever, Hurricane Irma and shit. Fuck. Okay, I'm not gonna say the name, but fuck you, the dude that I argued with for 3 fucking hours about this. Okay, don't say his name.
I have a
he
feeling
knows.
I know who this
You do.
is.
You helped me talk shit, but huh? No.
Hey.
That's just assuming.
Quit.
No. That wasn't him. He's alright. But other one is just completely intolerable. But this motherfucker told me, he was like, the government controlled the weather. And I'm like, no, it doesn't. And he's like, yeah, it does.
Well, I mean, do you know why he says that?
Because he reads Facebook all day.
Well, that's
Because he's
a major
20
thing.
fucking 3 and lives with his father. Okay.
Stop trying to figure it out and just move on.
I will tell you after this. Okay.
It's in
You
low class to blast it here, so that's not going to happen.
you literally argued with me on Facebook for 3 hours because you read on Facebook that the government controlled the weather. your
And
dick.
for those of you that don't know about this government controlling the weather BS, it's a program called HAARP with 2 A's. HAARP. It's actually a program that the government created to try to battle severe weather. And they've explored a lot of shit. Are they controlling the weather? I'd be really fucking surprised if they were. Or if they were. But can I totally dismiss it? I suppose not. I don't have enough information on it. I've done some research on it, and it doesn't seem like it in any way to me.
That's not really viable, though. I mean, you
yeah.
really can't control the weather.
I mean, you can make it rain. They've been cloud seeding since
Unless
what, the
you think that we
60s?
live in the
Yeah.
dome in the flat earth that we will get back
We are
to.
not talking about the flat
We will
Earth.
get to that, but
That'll be
if we
in,
do
like,
live in the dome,
next week's segment.
then fight me.
Okay, so now that Zoe's done trying to fight everybody,
Pissed.
I really just don't see how it's a real type thing that could even be close to realism. But we have been cloud seeding is what it's called since what, the 60s, at least the 70s, and that's where like in times of drought they'll fly a plane up into the clouds and they'll drop a bunch of shit. What is it?
It's chloroform.
It's not. They drop something and it makes these clouds rain. It just kind of, because if you know basically how shit works, raindrops do this up in the clouds until they get too heavy and then they fall. But they
If you don't know that,
basically
please
add
go
weight
back
to it.
to school.
Right.
Jesus.
So the cloud
it
seeding
needs
is a
weight for it
thing.
to
It's been a
break.
long, but the ability to create a fucking hurricane, dude, come on. I
No,
mean,
that shit happens naturally.
as much as I hate the government and I hate every fucking aspect of it, I still can't put
Go to
that
the
kind of
internet.
bullshit on them.
Go to the internet. Google it. How many hurricanes happen in a year and how far of a time period it happens.
Yeah, it was
Just
just
fucking Google
it
it.
was a normal hurricane season. They were big ones, but it goes with everything else. I
These
mean,
ones just happen to come to land. They don't all.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's why you don't realize it.
It's not that hard to figure this shit out. Anybody else got anything on this? For
They're
real?
pretty fun.
Hurricanes?
Yeah. Or you know.
My
Well, I mean,
friend
you can go
in North
swimming.
Carolina loves hurricanes. She loves it. She thinks it's the coolest
in North
shit.
Carolina.
Yes.
She ain't on
She
the
lives on
fucking
the shore.
coast.
She lives on the coast. Yeah. She lived on the beach
Well,
in North Carolina.
Then she's retarded.
No, I mean,
And I hope she watches this so
You're not
that
retarded.
she can see she is retarded for saying hurricanes rock. Just like this dumb motherfucker right here.
no, I mean, I thought they were fun. Like when I was in Japan and Okinawa,
They don't have hurricanes, do they?
they have typhoons. Same thing.
Yeah,
That's
that's
different.
tsunamis.
That's different. Tsunamis
They're
are
just-
totally different.
Oh, really?
Tsunamis
I don't know.
just-
Tsunami's a big fucking wave, dummy.
So, same
And
thing,
that mostly
whatever.
happens with
Same thing as a
earthquakes.
big fucking storm. It's a wave or a storm. Same thing.
Did I ask you? Because I don't think I did. What are you nodding your head at, motherfucker?
It's not like he knew. He was like, I thought it was a tornado.
It's a water tornado! Spinny, spinny.
I'm not that retarded, but I'm retarded. But fuck you guys.
It's upside down. Mirror
Don't
this
touch
image.
it.
Mirror this image.
Well, I guess that calls it quits for this one.
We ran out of
If
shit
you
to
like
talk
it-
about.
Well, we could come up with all kinds of other shit, but I'm sure this is way too long by now. So if you dig it, send us a like, subscribe. We're going to continue making them, see how it works out. If it doesn't work out, then we'll quit making them. If it does
Fuck
work out,
you guys
then we'll
if it doesn't work
continue.
out.
I mean, it's just another thing for us. If you got any suggestions, anything you want to hear us talk shit about, right down there.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, guys,
Got
this
some
is the anti-view, which is fucking hilarious because fuck them.
Whoopi Goldberg, you look like a fucking dude.
Oh my
Just gonna
god.
put that
When
out there.
has she not?
Yeah, I know, right? Jumping Jack Flash, bitch.
You look like a man. I don't like you.
Damn.
No.
That's fucking great. All right, guys, have a good one. We'll see you next time.